So this video is going to talk about entering your answer into WebWork. Don't overthink this, okay? So this question right here is on our assignment that deals with LU factorization. It originally starts off and gives you a matrix to perform the LU factorization on. I would definitely recommend doing this on Scratchwork to the side, not actually fully on WebWork, okay? Once you have your answers that you calculated on a piece of paper, then put it in. Now, in terms of where it's looking, notice it does ask you to write out A equals L times U. That means this first 3x3 matrix right here is going to be your L, and this second 3x4 matrix is going to be your U. Now, notice some of the things you can fill out without doing any work. L is a unit lower triangular matrix. The unit part of that tells you for sure you're going to have ones on the diagonal. It doesn't tell you what's the non-zero entries under the diagonal, but you do know that above the diagonal, all of those entries are zeros, so with no work whatsoever, you can fill this part in. You actually have to do the LU factorization to get those last three positions. So the guys under the first two pivots, or the bottom part of your first two columns. Now, for the second part, the U matrix, one thing that will always be the same, the first row of matrix A and the first row of matrix U will always match. So here we know for sure that we have 1, 1, negative 4, and 1 for this first row. However, the next two rows are going to change once you apply some row operations to get this guy in echelon form. Notice though that if you know it's in echelon form, I don't know where all the pivots are, but I do know that the first pivot here is at 1, so you have to have zeros below that guy. I don't know yet before I do the actual row operations if the second pivot is here or somewhere else, so I don't know what goes into these second locations or these last 6 remaining blocks, although technically you would know that you would have to have a 0 there. So these guys and these guys you would fill in after you actually perform the LU factorization. The U here, the L there. And notice here if I hit submit, it's not going to show you, but it would have said that, hey, yeah, those are fine, and you haven't entered anything for the other ones, or the other blocks.